Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Two Blokes from Blighty. This is going to be my final ever episode. Tim, how do you think it went?
I think it went swimmingly, actually.
Yeah, well, do you know who can't swim? A man with one leg. We will learn all more about that in the episode. I mean, people with one leg can swim. All power to you. That felt really shitty.
Yeah.
Anything
How dare
you
you be
learned,
fucking
Tim?
ableist about swimming?
Yeah, gatekeeping swimming. Tim, anything you learned in the episode?
I learned about your holiday. That was fun.
I learned that I care much more about contract law than I ever thought I did.
Yeah.
Burnham's Britain. Right, we'll see you in the episode. Bye.
Bye.
People say he's beautiful. They call him Aphrodite. His name's Timmy Fitz. I'm Joey, Two Blokes from Blighty. Hello, how are you all doing?
One, haven't we?
I don't think, surely we haven't had an Aphrodite one.
I think we have.
I'm fucking retiring this thing after this series because it scrambles my brain and we always forget to do it until 2 seconds before the episode.
I like the improvisation of it.
Yeah. Do you want to improvise one now?
Right, hang on. Let me think of something because it wasn't my week to do this.
He's bloody uptight. He's hoity-toity. It's Tim and Joey on Two Blokes from Blighty.
Left to loosen a screw and righty-tighty, but we're always a screw loose on Two Blokes from Blighty. There you go.
That was bad.
That's good. It's
the
fun.
first is Bruce, second is Evan Almighty. They're both shit movies. This is Two Blokes from Blighty.
How dare you?
Yeah, Bruce Almighty's good, but I had to tie it together.
Bad. Yeah.
Evan Almighty is really bad. If you want Steve Carell pretending to be fucking Noah, cool.
Yeah,
have fun.
More of
Crack
that,
on.
please.
How are you, Tim? How's your week been?
Oh, good. We're recording on a Sunday again, which is a little unusual for us, and I have had a jam-packed weekend. I have finally got around to building my local server, so that's now up and running.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why do you need a server?
So, if, as the audience may know, I am moving house in the next month or so, and what we have downstairs is a DVD rack of DVDs. So
DVDs, not illegal telly boxes.
We have a legal telly box. We have legal telly box.
No. We've got very legal telly boxes.
Very legal telly boxes. But we also have DVDs. Okay. So what this allows me to do is to back up those films and TV shows to my local, to my server, a network attached storage or NAS, and allow me to stream them to my phone or to my TV or whatever the case may be.
Right. Question time, Tim.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the DVDs?
Sell them.
So you are illegally keeping the film?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Pretty sure that you're not allowed to watch it unless you own the DVD.
It's fine. I called dibs.
Dibs, yeah.
But I've called the server Very Good, Very Naz.
Okay, very good, very
that's
nice.
A fun name for it, or Nazferatu.
That's not what you called it, though.
Well, no, but it's...
How big is your server? If you don't mind a personal question.
In terms of file storage, or...
No, just in terms of size. He's going... Ooh. About a foot.
Yeah, they're about...
Foot
it's a small
wide.
PC.
How high?
And
is it always on?
It's always on, but it's about that high.
Okay.
It sits in a low power state until it's called to basically do something again, at which point it spins up.
If it wasn't for pain, I would call you the biggest virgin on the planet. But here we are.
And then watched Masters of the Universe yesterday, the He-Man movie. It breaks my heart to say that Jared Leto is the best fucking thing in that movie. He's genuinely outstanding.
I've heard Talking Smack's review of it. Frosty, our good friend Frosty, also told me that Jared Leto was fantastic.
Yeah.
Don't know if I want to see it.
It's a fun movie. It's by far the best it's far from the best movie I've ever seen, of course. But Jared Leto.
What's the best movie you've ever seen?
I mean, Parasite is my favorite movie.
And why is it War of the Worlds?
Which one?
The Ice Cube one, obviously.
Because I can relate to screaming at my screen whenever character on screen does not do the thing I want them to do.
Yeah, good.
But no, I'm like it's a fun movie. It's a fun. If you like Thor Ragnarok, you can watch it again, but with a different layer of skin on it.
Thor Ragnarok was the worst Thor film.
Is it Love and Thunder? That's the other 80s inspired.
No, that's the one that I'm thinking that I hated.
What's the latest one? Because the first 80s one was really good.
I think really good might be a stretch. It was okay. I think Ragnarok's okay. I think you're right. Love and Thunder was bad.
I watched one of them on the plane back from Japan, and it was terrible.
One of them has Christian Bale in.
Hang on, images.
That's the one I don't like.
I think, yeah, it's Love and Thunder that's terrible. I think I could be wrong though.
Took my wife to the cinema to see that one.
Yeah,
felt quite bad afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but this is 80s fun with Jared Leto playing a sassy gay skeleton, and it's great.
Is he gay?
It's very heavily implied in the movie that he is.
Does he bone skeletons of the same sex?
Sure, I imagine so.
Get it?
I do. Thank you. He gives him skull. But he makes several references. Like there's one line that he's doing where like he's interrogating a bunch of people from this planet. He's like, "I need the name of that barbarian. Yeah, you know the one I mean. Tan, muscular, big, shining sword. Like he does the and everything."
Is this really like what constitutes a good film, Tim?
It again, not the best movie I've ever seen by any stretch, but Jared Leto is stupid entertaining in that movie. And I never thought I would say that.
Do you know what the thing is with Jared Leto that's really annoying? Like, I think he's a total prick, right? I get that. He's not a bad actor.
He's been in some stinkers.
He's been in some fucking good films as well.
Mm-hmm. Panic Room, Fight Club, Requiem for a Dream.
He has got pipes as well.
Oh yeah, dude can sing.
The man can sing and play
Can't
guitar.
play the Joker, but he can sing.
Well, I never saw his Joker movie. Not good. What was it? Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
No, I never saw it.
Yeah.
I think he probably got more flack for that than...
Well, he was basically the face of it, right?
Yeah, I think people... It was never going to be an easy ride after Heath Ledger.
No, and like Heath Ledger absolutely set the gold standard for Joker performances. But can you name a single other character in Suicide Squad?
Harley Quinn.
Is she in that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you name two other characters?
Deadshot? Was he in it?
Is Deadshot in it?
Deadshot. Yeah, because Will Smith played one of them.
Oh my god, I don't remember that at all.
Will Smith as Deadshot, yeah.
Wow. Can you name three other characters?
There was a humanoid shark.
Can you name four other characters?
I haven't seen this film. I've never seen this film, and I can name these characters, Tim.
I've seen the movie, and I can only name the Joker.
Well done, Jared Leto, for standing out in an otherwise bad film.
Yeah. And then today, bit of errands. Took the car for a wash and built some Warhammer. It was fun.
So you had the most virginous weekend you've ever had.
No, I watched He-Man.
And you think that?
It counts.
So, well, it's getting laid. I'm not sure it does.
You haven't seen Masters of the Universe.
I haven't seen Masters of the Universe. That's true.
Joey, tell me about your trip to Wales, because you've been there for a week.
Yeah, we went to a lovely seaside town called Amroth.
I've heard of Amroth. Look at that.
Amroth on the hat. Represent him. Basically spent the week on the beach and in the sea. There's not much to report. I'll be totally honest. It was an absolutely lovely holiday. And I know that we come to this podcast and we really want to go, this was shit. And I met this person that was insane. And you'll never guess what happened. And this went wrong. It was good. It was really nice. It was easy. It was simple. My son was sick on the first day, projectiled upwards whilst he slept, which was interesting.
That's interesting.
But apart from that, the only other thing that was funny was on the last night, he begged us to wake him up when it was dark so he could see the stars. And
that's cool.
We did. We woke him up 11:30. he was outside being held by my wife in a blanket and his nappy while he was just kind of half awake, looking up, going to the moon and smiling. And then the next day, he told me off for not waking him up.
You
Could
did?
not remember a single thing of it. Just couldn't remember.
What's it like being told off by your son?
It happens more than you can imagine.
Really? What's the biggest telling off you've got from him?
I mean, I get told off all the time. They're never big. They're just explosive.
Has he ever grounded you or anything?
No.
Yeah.
Hit me in the nuts today. That was,
oh my God.
That was fun.
Out of anger or?
Yeah, he was pissed off. I don't even know what he was angry about, but he was swinging and he hit me in the nuts. He didn't do it on purpose. But, my testicles don't know the difference between on purpose and not on purpose.
Sure, yeah.
Went to the RAF museum today, Tim.
How exciting.
It was fun. There was lots of planes. There was lots of army people there.
Weird they would be there at the RAF.
Well, the RAF museum is just planes that are down. Not down, like
blown
explode.
Up.
There is a few blown up ones. But should I tell this story? Yeah, I'll tell this story. My son was walking around and he was saying he has an imaginary brother. He loves to call his imaginary brother, who is called Clobo. And Clobo had a plane. His imaginary brother does everything. When the World Cup was on, he was there. When we watched a live performance, Clobo was there and in the band, etc. When we're at the RAF museum, Clobo has a plane. I said, which one's Clobo's plane? Bear in mind, we're in a room with, in lots of World War II.
Yeah.
And he picks out a Lancaster bomber.
Okay.
British plane. That's my brother's plane. Oh, good. Anyway, actually, that's my brother's friend's plane. This one is my plane, and I really like this plane. Guess what has? Covered in swastikas.
That's awesome.
He obviously has no idea what that is. It was quite funny, but I did get him out of there quite quickly.
I need to know, are you saving me, outside of this podcast, are you saving these stories to tell him when he's older?
No.
I
have millions of things I will tell him when he's older.
Yeah.
Some of which I won't even tell on this podcast.
No,
I don't ever want him to come back to this and be embarrassed by anything I say.
No, of course.
So I won't save all of them. I will tell you off the pod. I will tell family off the pod. But I would never want him to be embarrassed. So some things just don't get said.
No, of course.
But we've got Power Smasher and the Swastika Plane are two that have been told.
Which one was Power Smasher?
Well, there was the one where someone cut us up on the ring road where I live, and we beeped the horn, and he went, we've got Power Smash 'em!
Oh, yes.
That was good.
Yes, that's right.
That was good. Now, Tim, I have to address something.
What is it?
Last week, I said that you would be getting a message from someone in Newcastle.
Yes, I forgot about this.
I didn't. Now, I do have to address something. There is no message.
No, what happened?
The person who was called Jordan Deere. Jordy.
Oh,
Jordan
right.
Deere.
Right. Yeah.
And it's funny. It's really funny.
It's a good joke, yeah.
Recorded an 8-minute message for you. Right?
Yeah.
And it was all about enticing people from the south to come and live in the north and come and live in Newcastle. And there was loads of stuff about how your lovely lady wife is a Mackham and she'll be close to Sunderland, where she came from.
Okay.
There was loads of stuff about how you know that you love being near places like Middlesbrough, where they sell concrete for fun, and like you love Greg's, and there's loads there, and it's the perfect place. Yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
The joke was, Tim, I'm going to surprise you. I was Jordan Deere.
Oh my God.
And I did Jordan Deere's voice throughout. And the joke was that I was enticing you to Newcastle. And I was presenting my argument through finding different types of houses, and they would sound good. And then when it got to the back end, for example, this one was a city centre flat on the 4th floor, very cheap, 4-bedroom, lovely space, overlooks the River Tyne or whatever. But you have to live with a horse. That was the joke.
Where's the downside?
Says right, that was the joke. When I listened to it back, Jordan Deere is either Irish Jamaican or Jamaican Irish, and it sounded shit. There were moments where I forgot completely I was doing an accent. There were moments where it sounded Indian.
Do you still have the recording?
Not for long. There were moments where I stop and apologize for how bad the accent is, which ruined the pacing.
All right.
And it will never see the light of day.
No.
It will never see the light of day.
I need it, Joey.
One day, maybe Jordan Deere will come to fruition when I've had a bit more time and I've had a bit to drink and I can do a Geordie accent. When I tried to record this, so for context, I came back from my holiday. I did 6 hours of driving on Friday.
Woof.
I was knackered.
Yeah.
I then went and me and my wife watched some Parks and Recreation for a bit. And I came in here about 11 o'clock at night and I thought, oh shit, I've got to do this joke, which I think is really funny. So 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, I'm in here going, why, I Tim, how you doing, man? And it came out like, my fucking God, what is this?
Do you ever wonder what your wife thinks is happening from the other side of the door?
Hold on. I'll text her.
Okay, good.
Tim says, what do you think is going on in the office when you hear me making stupid noises and songs? There you go. So we'll get that. We'll get the live response from my lovely wife.
We need to come up with different names for people from different cities. Like you've got Jordan Deere.
Jordan Deere. Yeah, it is Jordan Deere.
We could have Bernard Ingram for Birmingham.
Yeah, that's good.
What else? Carl Diff.
Carl Diff, yeah.
Carl Diff is solid.
Carl Diff, yeah.
Any more?
No,
because I'm out of ideas. Or at 3.
I think this is a terrible idea. So no.
All right, good.
Unless you want to entice people from all over the country, and then maybe Jordan Deere will make an appearance. But
yeah, Scotland.
Scotland is good. I ain't balmy news, fucking Scotland.
I saw someone on TikTok making a iron brew creme brulee the other day, and I kind of want it.
That's awful.
I love an iron brew though.
Me too. I had one yesterday, but awful. I was going to tell you something else. I can't remember what I was going to tell you. You talk for a minute and tell me what you hate drinking.
I have a watered down version of a drink I had in Japan.
It's watered down.
So it's watered down because that's how it's sold in the UK. This is
okay.
Over in Japan it's called Strong Zero. Here it's called -196. It's 6%, as you can see. In Japan, same drink, same price, 9%. You get shit-faced in the summer very easily.
Nice. I remember what I was going to say.
Good, I'm glad.
So looping back to the RAF Museum.
Yes.
We went with our dad.
Yes.
And my wife and son went off to, I think they were off to buy him a sandwich or something. And I was sat with Dad and he went, so I was listening to your podcast. And I was oh shit, where's this going?
Yeah. Your blood runs cold for a second.
He said, there is something that you, and I remembered what it was, but I don't think I know completely what it was. He said, there was something you couldn't say because you know your dad listens to it.
This is going back to the toe sucking thing. Yeah.
Let's not say that. But But yes, that was what it was. So
Did
I didn't. I was meant to cut that out and didn't. I got questioned about it today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My dad.
He couldn't remember what it was, so
I remember.
Tim sucks toes, so there you go.
Don't knock it till you've tried it, I guess.
I think that was my message. I'm not saying that Dad listens, but
How good is genetic?
no, too much toe sucking this series, Tim. I don't think I said don't knock it till you tried it. I think it was more along the lines of tried it.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know. Should we move into the meat and bones of the episode, Joey?
Yeah, let's move into the meat and bones of the episode. But we're going to listen to our friends at Talking Smack.
Oh, damn.
Hey there, Schmackheads, it's Josh from Talking Schmack, where we talk superheroes, movies, animation, comics, and much, much more. You're currently listening to two blokes from Blighty, but they got us running a promo. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hi there. Hello, everyone. I just want to know, have we talked about the Tim and the Joey yet?
Yeah, they just offered us some fish and chips, and we said, hey there, hi there, ho there.
Oh, we did? Okay, well then I would like to let them know that I've been going to Poundland to buy them things for their pantomime.
Don't forget to keep listening to two blokes from Blighty After Dish Nonsense and Talking Schmack every Wednesday on your podcatcher of choice.
Goodbye now.
Do you know one of my favorite things about that advert is it tells you nothing about what Talking Smack is about?
Tim, what is Talking Smack about?
Oh, it's Josh and Alex just going into shit that they dig, be that comics. It's superheroes, movies, and anime and comics.
And comics.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good.
Yeah, Talking Smack's fucking great. And
top tier podcast.
The problem is it comes out on a Wednesday. So in their
Kind of on
other
spot.
yeah, in their other advert, they're like, oh, I've finally got something to do on a Wednesday. And I'm like, what?
What do you mean by that?
Man, ow, my feelings. But then you listen to it and you think, yeah, you're probably right, to be honest.
Yeah, no, when your last 20 minutes is filled with toe suck talk.
Toe suck talk. Yes. Anyway,
drop.
listen to Talking Smack. Excellent podcast run by excellent people. Tim,
Hello.
you had me watch a documentary for this episode.
Documentary on it's called Finders Keepers, and I'm curious to see if the audience watched along too. The long and short of it is a fellow.
Oh wait,
called
hold on. Before you do this,
Spoilerwallers.
No, well, sort of Spoilerwallers, but Tim, when and how did you watch this?
I found an upload of it on YouTube. I've seen it before, but I have, on this occasion, found a definitely legal upload of you on YouTube.
It is legal. I think it's an official upload. Or is it? I don't know. It's not. Okay. Actually, no. As I seem to remember it, hold on. No, the account is called The Enemy's Ice Cream Machine. It's definitely not a proper upload, but it is all there on YouTube. But, Tim, what would you describe as an optimal viewing experience for this documentary?
I'm going to say decent sized TV.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Can I describe what's not an optimal?
Is it on your phone or?
No, I watched it on my computer before we started.
Go on.
However, the documentary is an hour and a half long.
Yep.
And I had 45 minutes to watch it.
Okay.
So how did I watch it, Tim?
Times 2 speed.
I watched it at 2x speed in a window on YouTube on my monitor.
Fantastic. Right, Joey, do you want to go into the synopsis of the doco?
Yeah, sorry. So spoiler warning for Finders Keepers. From what year was it from?
2015, I want to say.
2015? Well, I mean, the original, this upload was from 2022, so
possible.
Definitely not the original one. So spoiler warning for the documentary Finders Keepers. Essentially, there's a guy who loses his leg in a plane accident. He puts it in storage. He defaults on the payments for the storage bin. Someone buys it at auction. there is a custody battle for the leg. And the documentary covers both sides, who should have the leg, what was the story behind how it got to the custody battle, and then we get to the conclusion at the end, which, do you know, I think the main question, Tim, is who do you think is the rightful owner of the leg?
The guy who lost the leg.
Really?
I do.
That yes is the right way to say that.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
I'm not sure.
It's a really grey area.
I was totally with you, the guy who lost the leg, but there is a snippet, and it was a really quick snippet, even quicker on mine because I watched it at 2x speed.
Yep.
But he said if you buy a chest of drawers and there's something inside the chest of drawers, you own that something.
Sure.
It's the same thing here.
But it's such because this is a leg. This is someone's mummified leg. And I'm not talking like a historical figure. The guy is still alive.
How would you feel if it was like someone's baby teeth?
I don't think I'd care.
No, okay, but like someone cares, and there's a coffee can full would be.
Ooh, sorry, I thought you meant like if it was like my baby teeth or something.
No. So let's say same scenario, but instead of a guy who wants his leg, it's someone who has kept their children's baby teeth, and they default on the payments, and then they want them back. But the person who now owns the locker and everything in it doesn't want to give it to them.
I think given that baby teeth are far less impactful than a leg.
I don't think that matters.
I think it does because of the way that Shannon, the guy who bought the locker with the leg in it, the way he used the leg makes a significant impact to me.
So, okay, another question. So we should say that Shannon, the guy who bought the leg, bought the locker, he charged people to see the leg. He sold merchandise for the leg. He made probably quite a lot of money and a reputation on finding this leg. The person who grew the leg, I was going to say the owner of the leg, he wasn't the owner at the time. The guy who grew the leg did not see that money. So he was profiteering off of this leg. Now,
and this is my
same
issue.
question, Tim. Same question. You default on payments, and I buy a locker with a 3D printer that you left in it.
Yeah.
I then start selling things that I make with the 3D printer. Who owns the 3D printer?
Well, you do, but a 3D printer is an object. A human leg is
once it's detached from a person and mummified, it's not living.
Well, no, it's not living, but like,
how do you feel about if it was an urn? It's a shitty thing to do, but you still own the person who bought the locker still owns the urn.
Again, I think it depends on how it's being used.
I don't think it does at all.
I think it does.
I think the problem with this is black and white. I don't think there's an answer, but I think if you look at it in the most black and white way, Shannon paid for a storage unit and everything in it. That's how they work. You look in, you bid, you win. When he bought this unit, it was in a smoker. He had no idea it was there. He found this leg. Now, I'm not going to say for a second that I think Shannon is a good guy. I think, actually, he's a massive dickhead. I really hated him.
I felt sorry for him at the end because I think this leg and I'm going to use air quotes here, the opportunities it brought to him in terms of sales, in terms of revenue, in terms of this reputation that he gained, I think that was a very desperate attempt for him to get the life that he wanted because the life that he wanted didn't pan out the way that he thought it would. Hence him going on things like Jerry Springer and pretending to be the father of like 7 kids or whatever it was.
I think he's a knob. I think
he is a knob, undeniably
a
knob. Absolutely. But I think I just felt bad for him at the end of it.
But regardless of how I feel about this man, he owns everything in that locker. To me, he is the owner of the leg. Now, biggest spoiler going, he loses. And the guy who grew the leg and lost the leg gets custody of this leg. And at the end, so the leg is mummified as if it's just been chopped off and then dried out, and that's it. Shannon describes it as looking like driftwood. At the end, what is it? John, the guy who grew
John
the leg,
Wood, yeah,
who won the leg back. He wanted the skeletal remains of his leg. He did not want the full fleshy, muscly thing. And what he gets at the end is a resin mold of the bone inside what is a clear leg-shaped object.
Yeah, because he's going to use that as a part of the memorial for his dad, who died in the plane crash in which John lost his leg.
Once again, totally think that is like fine, but not relevant.
Okay.
It's not relevant how he's going to use the leg. But let's say for a second, Tim, we rewind. This leg, when Shannon finds it, is in a resin mold, and it's the skeleton inside resin.
Different thing.
But it's not. It's exactly the same thing.
Because I think at that point the leg has been adapted or updated into a completely different object at that stage.
But do you not think that when he gets it back and makes it into the resin mold, that it was always the intention that removes some of the humanity from the leg in the first place, and therefore Shannon shouldn't have had it taken away from him?
I don't think it does, and I think the reason for that is because, as you said, John, who lost the leg, he always wanted to make this leg to be part of the memorial to his dad, because they make it a very big thing in the documentary that John greatly admired his dad and the work that he did. Because his dad was just like some sort of entrepreneur, and his dad was like, and he was like, well, if my dad is successful, then I also want to be successful. I want to make my dad proud. And then, the dad dies very suddenly. John loses his leg in the same incident. That, to me, where he's saying, I want to take this leg and immortalize it into a memorial for my dad, who I greatly admire. I think, to me, that if that was always the intent, up until the point it goes into the resin, still his leg.
I don't think so. It's not like it was a fresh cut. If, let's say, it fell out of the coroner's car on the way to John's house and Shannon picked it up off the side of the road, yes, it's John's leg. But money has changed hands from Shannon to the owner of the storage unit to say, I own everything in that space. There is a contract. Well, there is a contract that John broke by not paying for the storage. Therefore, between John losing the leg and getting it back, there are two owners. So there's John is the original owner. The owner of the storage place becomes the owner when John defaults on the payments. As per John's contract, the storage owner then has a right to sell what's inside that unit, which is Shannon. Shannon becomes the rightful owner of that leg. I think he only lost it because, and another big spoiler, the way that they resolve this is going on some hokey daytime TV judge courtroom. And he goes, well, you're making money off it, so it's not yours. I don't buy that for a second.
I was going to raise a point then, but then I realized it doesn't quite translate. I was going to say something to the effect of, okay, so if you bought a storage locker and found there was a person living in it, does that make you then your property?
Different because the person is living.
It's a living thing at that point.
Same thing as if you found a cat or a dog living in it. It's a living thing.
Doesn't apply to plants though. Weird.
Yeah. But don't
or
want to
yeast.
Do that. But I bought this storage locker. It's just fucking full of yeast.
It's so much yeast.
But I think that, yes, I understand where you're coming from. John grew the leg, lost the leg. John fucked up. If I was crossing the road with someone that I loved and I had my phone in my hand and I checked my phone and we both got hit by a car and they died and my phone got smashed, I lost it. I got whatever happened, but I kind of didn't have possession of the phone. I can't then go, well, that phone means something to me because I was with them when they died. Now, someone who is sound of mind and not a complete knob, should have been Shannon, would go, oh, right, this obviously means something to you. I did buy it. Maybe we can come to some arrangement. And apparently he tried to do that. But what he tried to do was extort John for the money, for lots of money for the leg.
Yeah, because so I'm more inclined to believe John's testimony throughout this documentary.
I think it's kind of geared that way from the start.
I think that it does feel like there's a bit of a bias on the podcast, on the documentary. However, given Shannon's various attempts at fame and fortune and business entrepreneurship, it would not strike me as unusual for him to try and strike up some sort of custody deal of this leg with John, so Shannon could continue to profit off a leg he found in a barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, it was fucking mental documentary.
Insane concept.
I found everyone in it quite annoying.
I showed my friend this documentary, and they sent me a text that evening when they watched it saying everyone sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
Yes, they do. Everyone sounds just like Foghorn Leghorn, and I think they all. I understand why he wanted the leg back, but then they spent the whole time slagging the mum off, John's mum.
Yeah,
they all hated her. John's sister and her family hated John. They'd made a very big point of John ending up living under a bridge for no reason.
He was on druggeders.
The druggeders?
Yeah.
I wonder why he wanted to keep his leg.
Well, the whole thing that he said was that when they lost the leg, they basically just gave him, what was it, a can? He described it as a coffee can of Oxycontin and told him to take the medication, but then didn't tell him about dosage or the possibility of addiction. Hence him getting addicted to painkillers and losing out on work and money and all that stuff.
Easy story.
I think financially, you're probably right. Financially and on a contract level, the leg should belong to Shannon.
We have to live by those contracts, Tim.
Morally speaking,
a contract is an agreement between two parties. John agreed and defaulted his contract, right?
Yeah.
So he loses the leg. That's it. If it
Morally
meant that much
speaking,
to him,
no.
He wouldn't leave it in a locker without paying for 3 months.
Where else was he going to leave it?
I don't know. He tried to give it to a fucking fast food restaurant at one point.
Yeah.
That was wild.
That was an interesting direction for them to go
so
down.
For the audience, he got this leg. He didn't know what to do with it. He called a girl at, what was it, Arby's? Or
I think it was an Arby's.
I think it was an Arby's. I can't remember. It's one that we don't have here in the UK. So, but he gives it to this person that works at a fast food restaurant who stores it in the freezer with the buns.
Definitely not kosher.
Definitely not kosher. And then he's driving away and he said, can you look after it for a little while? Miscellaneous time. A couple of minutes later, he gets a call like, you can't keep this here. And the way he retrieved it was going through the drive-through, where she handed the leg back to him through the drive-through window. Mm-hmm. This isn't like mummified at this time. This is a fresh leg.
Well, I mean, it's been amputated and the doctor's like done some sort of treatment on it to make sure it just doesn't rot.
Fresh
or
leg.
as quickly, I should say.
Fresh leg.
It was only like a couple months after.
I don't think it was that long. I think it was much sooner than that. I don't think they would have kept it for a couple of months.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, it was very soon after, and he's handing it through the window of a drive-through.
Also, the mum also agreed to pay for the storage locker for 3 months and then was like, but then you've got to pay for it afterwards. So I guess that's also on him to have a bit of a time limit awareness to him.
And if it meant that much, you go, oh, I'm not going to be able to pay this. 2.5 months, I'm going to just take the leg out. It's in a smoker. He tried to store it in a tree for a while.
Yeah.
The guy is...
Everyone's a bit mad in this documentary.
Everyone is totally insane in this documentary.
Yeah.
I actually didn't like the documentary very much, Tim.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
The concept was interesting. The story itself was interesting, but I hated Shannon and I hated John. John reminded me of, the wrestler in It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. Oh, the maniac.
The maniac who blames everyone else for everything.
Yeah.
That was John.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
He even looked a bit like the maniac.
Did a bit.
So...
And then there's Shannon, who just looked a bit like Jack Black.
I think that's quite mean to Jack Black, which is crazy, really.
Mm. But
my favourite bit is when Shannon was talking about he thought he could be a comedian, and they went, "Oh, what comedy inspires you?" Well, I'm just like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
and then everything went silent. He went, and some others too. Like he's never watched any other comedy apart from Eddie Murphy.
Well, he's
nothing like Eddie Murphy.
He also talked about this comedian that he liked, who he had on CD, and he would basically just recite his jokes.
Yeah, I hate him.
Can we? So just on that topic, right?
On Eddie Murphy,
not Eddie Murphy, just comedians being inspired by comedians. Have you ever seen these comedian tribute acts?
No.
So, can you describe to me what a band tribute act would be, or an artist tribute act would be?
So an artist tribute act is like an imitation. People go up on stage and pretend to be Oasis or Guns N' Roses or Thin Lizzy or whatever kind of band they want to imitate, but they're basically putting on a show to be that band.
Now picture that with comedians.
Why?
People do it. There's a guy who... Well, there's a guy in Blackpool, I think it is, who makes quite a lot of money doing a Peter Kay tribute act.
So you just stand on stage and go, garlic bread, but with garlic.
Pretty much. I watched a video of his and I was just like, why would you just not watch it? Like, all he does is just tell Peter Kay jokes from Peter Kay specials. I mean, they're already out on DVD.
Shit. That's so shit.
It sounds and is dire.
But when you're in a conversation with someone and they go, oh, there's this comedian and they told a really funny joke and it goes like this, and then they tell it, and because the comedian has honed their craft and really mastered it and telling it in a way that's really funny, and then someone tells you and you're like, this was not funny in the slightest.
Well, this guy's copying Peter Kay's mannerisms and he dresses like him and he's like got haircuts like him and shaves like him and all that stuff. And
shaves like him?
Yeah, like because he's had stubble before. And
he's clean shaven.
He's had stubble before.
I think, yeah, but then he shaved it off. That's what
so that's what the comedian did. The comedian tribute did. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick.
I don't want to see it. I really don't. It would offend me greatly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As a Peter Kay fan.
As a huge Peter Kay fan. I don't think Peter Kay is hilarious, but every time we have garlic bread, I do say to Jen, my wife, what, bread, but with garlic? And she looks at me like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah. I mean, he's absolutely cracking in Phoenix Nights. He's brilliantly written
Phoenix Nights is great.
Yeah.
Phoenix Nights is great, but...
I don't do his stand-up, though.
No, it's like Facebook mom stand-up.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Right,
anything
should we get
else
out
you
of here?
Say on Finders Keepers, Tim?
I enjoyed it. If you like insane concepts, go watch it.
Do you still think, have I convinced you that Shannon is the rightful owner, or are you still
contractually yes, morally no?
Morals is neither here nor there in this case.
Of course it is.
No, okay. We're not finished yet. Tim, when it comes to the ownership of something, morals has to take a back seat. In this instance, morals has to take a back seat because one party says it's mine and the other party says it's theirs. Morally, they both feel they have a claim to ownership. I agree with you that morally, John owns the leg. It's his leg. He wants it as a tribute for his dad. It's a noble cause. Shannon is a prick who wants to make money off of it, charging kids $1 to see a leg in a smoker. Like, fuck. But contractually, and contracts are king, Tim. You don't go, I'm not going to pay my phone bill this month because I don't agree with doing it. I hate paying my bills. Still have to do it.
You realise you've just agreed with me.
No, I
Contractually,
haven't.
Shannon, morally, John.
But morals
We've just said this.
is no, but morals is out of the question here. It doesn't matter. If your phone provider, and I'm very sorry for what I'm about to say, if your phone provider decides they want to fund paedophilia, if you're still using that phone, you still got to pay them.
One angle.
I was going to say fund Israel, and I thought,
But
maybe I should've
politics
gone
aren't
with
really
Israel.
our place on this podcast.
no, they are not. Burnham's Britain.
Brilliant.
But yeah, I think you came in here going, John, it's Shannon. Contractually, contracts are king. It's Shannon.
Again, I think we're on the same side of the coin here.
Yeah, but you're still saying morally, and that's like me going, yeah, Shannon definitely owns it. The sun is quite bright, though. It's not relevant at all.
I thought it was going to be like a stating the obvious thing.
It's not obvious. What? Are you saying the sun being bright isn't obvious?
No, I'm saying it is obvious. In that
But
moral,
no, but it is obvious. It's obvious that John
Of
should
course
be
it is,
morally
but
the owner of
morally,
the but it's not relevant.
It's. I think it is. I think the
No,
ethics
it's
of
not.
it. Of course it is.
Of
That's why we
course
have
it's not.
ethics laws.
No, that's why we have court. Court says contracts are where it's at. Contracts are cool. They don't go morally. You did sign this and agree, but we think it'd be groovy if you had this back. That's not how court works, Tim.
Clearly, you've never worked with the ombudsman.
Unless you're on one of these American game show things, like they had with the fucking John and Shannon in this, who I remember what he said. He went, "Are you making money off of it?" He went, "Yeah." And he went, "Step to the side." And he goes, "Well, you've got 2 legs already." Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, that was.
If I had 2 cars and I stood next to someone with no cars and they went, "How many cars do you own?" And I said, 2. And they went, "How many cars do you own?" And the other person went, "None." And they went, "Well, you have to give one of your cars to that person."
But that
is communism.
The guy is not claiming
fucking
ownership of
commies,
one
Tim.
of your cars, though.
But if he was,
Why would he?
Fucking-
He wouldn't have
this
any claim to it.
this is communism, Tim. This judge, whatever judge it was, is a communist.
The judge bit on the televised court thing, that was a load of old hokum. Like
Communist hokum.
But like the fact is, if we use your car analogy, that the person who doesn't have cars has not grown a car and then lost it
Okay,
in an
all
accident.
right. All right. So going back to the car analogy, I've got 2 cars.
I thought we were done.
You have no cars, right? I've got 2, you have no cars. I live next door to a hospital. You do not. You live 10 miles from a hospital. And you say, "I have a right to your car." And I say, "No, you don't." And then we both of us, get some disease that means we need to go to hospital a lot. And you say, "Well, no, but I own that car, so I'm going to drive to hospital."
Where has that part come from?
Well, but this is the whole thing. John has said, okay, if you really want to make it like the documentary, you had a car in a lockup that you stopped paying on and you want to drive to hospital, but you don't own that car anymore. And then you take me to court and they go, "You've got 2 cars and he's got 1, so you better give him 1 car." He says he owns the car. He doesn't fucking own the car though, Tim. He didn't pay and have a contract, a legally binding, relevant and up-to-date contract. You don't own a fucking car.
Well, if you turn it to Will from the in-between.
So angry.
Yeah.
So
Audience,
angry.
why don't you tell us where you land on the issue? Whose leg is it?
We're this close to not even doing the fucking intro, Tim. We record the intro after the episode.
Yeah, we always do the intro afterwards.
Right,
Peek
Tim.
behind the curtain.
Tim, I'm out of here. I'm right. Shannon is the rightful owner, even though he's a prick and morally wrong. But he is the rightful owner.
Got it.
Do you agree?
Contract, yes. Morally, no.